Chapter 20. She saw the caring in his eyes as he approached, and shook her head. "No, there's no word on your daughter's plane yet. It's something else." "What?" "I've had an idea about the jamming." "How to stop it?" he asked. "Well, how to find out where it's coming from." Once they knew where the transmitter was, they could destroy it. They might even take prisoners in the attack, terrorists who could provide crucial information. But the enemy must not learn that they were hunting down the transmitter. Who was the enemy? Was the enemy here, in the cab, now? Malone took her shoulder and gently turned her so she faced away from the controllers. For a moment she was startled. He hadn't touched her for so long. Then she understood and sighed. It wasn't affection at all. It was Captain Frank Malone on official police business. "What's the idea, Annie?" "There's almost no traffic out here at night, but a lot of planes come in and park to be cleaned and refueled for early morning departures. Sometimes one of the men cleaning the cockpit accidentally brushes against a switch and inadvertently knocks on the radio. It happens during daytime cleaning too." "I'm listening." "You'd find that hard to do if you were a pilot approaching JFK and some transmitter in an empty plane on the ground was messing up the frequency. That happens a couple of times a year. This is a huge airport, Frank. We may have 80 or 90 planes, sometimes more, parked in different places. And the problem is to find out which plane parked where is jamming the frequency," he reasoned. "Exactly, Frank. We have a great deal of traffic and this airport has certain assigned frequencies. The pilots monitor them and we really can't afford to have one of the standard frequencies out of action, as we see tonight." "So what do you do?" "We call in outside help, the Coast Guard. At their base on Long Island, they've got a couple of search and rescue helicopters equipped with directional finding radio gear to locate ships in distress. They've got excellent equipment and very good crews." "Good enough to fly over this immense airport and pinpoint precisely which parked plane is screwing up the frequency?" He thought aloud. "Absolutely. They just home in on the signal." "But we've never asked them to do it in a major storm before," she said. "I don't even know if they'll fly in this weather." "Let's find out." "I'll call them right away." "The hell you will. I think it might be safer if you and I were the only ones who knew we were trying this," he announced softly. "How do I reach them then? Telepathy?" she asked irately. He pointed at the printer. "You've gotten paranoid, Frank, but you're still smart," she admitted. As she began to type on the printer's keyboard, Malone watched the controllers' faces cautiously. They were looking at her, but their expressions showed no emotion. The detective's eyes swept around the room several times before he noticed that Pete Wilbur wasn't there. Now an answer was stuttering in on the machine. She read it and turned. "They'll try, Frank," she reported. "Fine. By the way, where's Wilbur?" She scanned the cab swiftly. "He was here a minute ago," she said. "Probably went down to the John." "Maybe." Was it only coincidence that Wilbur, a senior official, was working unusually late on this extraordinary night? Why hadn't the FAA veteran, who had many more years of experience than Annie Green, thought about the control tower tape or the Coast Guard helicopter? How long had it been since Peter Wilbur went through a security check? Had he ever had one? Where was he right now, What was he doing? Was he talking to number one?